This is not just about speech. It can be anything that you love doing, anything close to your heart. You just have to put it out there and don't let other people's opinion limit your expression of the things you love doing. Because at the end of the day, it's a disservice to you and your potential if you just live your life depending on other people's opinion. Because, ito lang yung key point dito. If you love what you're doing, you can never go wrong. Love what you do and do what you love.
That is what I said 6 months ago back in July. It was the official and ceremonial start of me becoming a content creator. I used the word official this year because I felt that somehow I have been unofficially been doing content creation all throughout the years. It's just that ngayong 2020, I was more intentional in being a content creator. So if you love doing something but you're holding back and you want to make it official, this video might be helpful for you. So far, around 42 YouTube videos, 30 Medium articles, around 30 IG posts. This is where I am now. My instinct is, and this is something you can use as a guiding principle, just do what you love. That's a strong motivation to rely on when you're pursuing a passion project. You will be prone to disappointment when your only goal is getting likes, subscribers, and followers and becoming famous, because what if you don't get them? You will easily stop. So what then will keep you going? I encountered a question from one of my online friends. How do you start a blog? Or for that matter, it could be a YouTube channel, a business, or a hobby, or anything that you really want to invest your time and attention to. The first thing I said before delving into the technical and practical things is you have to understand your why. When I started my creative pursuit, it was clear for me what my objectives were. Because when you pursue a project, any project, establishing a why first more than anything else is really important. This is what you'll always hold on to in times of crisis and questioning. For example, why did I start becoming a content creator? My whys were, it's a form of therapy and it's a cathartic experience for me. I get to practice my craft and creativity by regularly doing it. And there's a way for me to journal and document my thoughts. As what you've noticed, these are very inward. It's not dependent on other people's reaction. It's all on me. I establish those whys, my key takeaways with what I'm doing and what I'm getting out of this, because I recognize that, unfortunately, it's possible na I don't get the appreciation and approval from my target audience at all. That's a highly possible scenario in everything that we do. In this 6-month period, of course, there are times that I step back and ask myself, do I continue with this? May point pa ba itong ginagawa ko? There are times where I realize na I'm not getting hundreds of views or follows or subscriptions. So then I go back to the objectives I said earlier. I realized na it makes me feel better whenever I verbalize my thoughts. It's good that I get to consistently hone my writing and speaking skills. Because otherwise, if walang YouTube channel, if walang blog, wala akong motivation to keep on writing. Because of this, I have my way of freeing up my mental real estate. I can transpose my thoughts on different medium which I can look back to para kung dinodocument ang thoughts ko. But honestly, if you think about it, I can do this privately, right? Why publish publicly? The simple answer is, I also have secondary reasons for doing this. And these are all about reaching into the audience. I wanted to entertain, educate, and inspire people. I'd like to think that the content I put out serves those purposes as well. And it feels so good to get messages from different friends and even strangers or online friends I haven't personally met yet, that the things I wrote and talked about resonated well to them. I even reached an audience from different locations, age groups, and people from different walks of life. So with what I'm doing, writing and speaking are my professional skill sets. So inherently, by practicing it regularly, I wanted to improve and build a portfolio. I believe the creatives industry has a big future ahead. So what I'm doing here is supplementing and could potentially make it financially rewarding for my career and life trajectory as well. Believe me when I say that sometime in the near future, I wanted to play a role where I communicate with people, conveying a message, and building relationships, and I want them to get something good out of what I write and speak about. This is why I strike a balance between these two goals. I just can't YOLO the content I put out away and just write, and talk without carefully thinking what my secondary goals are. So of course, I have to listen constructively to the criticisms and feedback of people and always do some self-evaluation. How can I improve my content? How can I improve my writing? And how can I sound better with the things that I say? But then again, there is a reason why I label these set of objectives differently. primary and secondary. Genuinely speaking, I put a higher value on self-expression, even if it's not what the world wants to hear and see. I talk about political matters and social issues, even if it doesn't sit well to others, even friends and family. I just let my creativity juice flow regardless of the outcome. I post my own version of art on Instagram or Facebook, even if they're not in the form of what's expected on those websites. Like what I said on the video 6 months ago, it might be weird to post a video of yourself talking in Facebook, or it seems impractical to post written or audio content in Instagram because most people think that Instagram is meant for photos. But my truth is, it's my skill set and I love doing what I do. Okay, factor dito na hindi ako magaling sa photography, so yun, but you get the point. But if there's room for argument, I'd like to say Facebook is all about space for expression. It doesn't impose what form of expression you should do. As long as it's not offensive or illegal, okay lang. And Instagram, to be frank, it's meant for visual presentation. As long as the eyes can appreciate it, go ahead and post it. Actually, right now, Instagram is widening its scope with stories and IGTV, so don't limit yourselves. There are people who will never really understand your objectives and motivation. And that's okay. As long as it's well established for yourself, go ahead and continue. There are people who prefer to stick to what is conventional, what is easy, and they frown upon people who chose to do otherwise. So whenever you're in a moment of doubt, when you're questioning and you're affected by what people are saying, believe me when I say that you reduce your potential, you limit your view and the extent of how far you can explore when you live your life waiting for the approval of others. Always start with the core of who you are before you adhere to societal standards. That way, you can navigate in this world knowing that what you are doing is making the most important person in your life happy, yourself. There are different terms for this, like the North Star, life purpose, destiny, ikigai, and they're all about having a good sense of self first before anything else. My name's Andrew Beso, and this is what I love doing. I primarily write about the stuff that keeps running in my head, and I also talk in front of the camera, trying to replicate actual conversations and public speeches or performances. You'll notice that what you can consume on my platforms is not a one-off thing. It's best appreciated along with the others that I posted. Different context, different medium, different style, but nonetheless interconnected. So there you have it. You can see more of my content if you subscribe and click the notification bell. So if you love what you're hearing, if you love what you're seeing, please do so. When you share something in the world, it will always be extracted from within. Whenever you do that, you share a part of yourself. Bye.